Okay, so this is a strength class. We're going to start down on the mat. Today we just have our mat and a foam roller, and I have some weights close by. So I'll decide along the way which weights I'm going to use. I'm probably going to be a little bit conservative because I'm getting over COVID, but I feel great today, this morning. I'm going to just proceed as normal. But we will start down on the mat on our bellies. I'll bring my water with me. All the way down. Okay, so we're just gonna warm up the belly and the breathing muscles and the back a little bit. I just have my hands down. I'm gonna rest my head on my hands, relax my shoulders, and just kind of wiggle around it till it feels like I'm just settled in through my spine and like my legs are nice and long. Take a few deep breaths into your belly. Try hard to let your shoulders just kind of remain inactive, and breathe into your back, your belly, your sides. And exhale. Let's just do 2 more of these deep breaths here. And 1 more. And then we will separate the hands from underneath the head. I'm going to slide my arms out nice and wide. Press down through the pubic bone just a little bit, which activates the muscles in through the tush just a little bit. And I'm going to start to lift and lower my head and my chest. Go at your own pace here, and try not to hold your breath along the way. I'm keeping my hands and my elbows down, just pressing a little bit. Everyone has such different range of motion here. A lot of you, when you lift your head and your chest, you start to recruit all the muscles in your neck and your shoulders. So just be aware of that. And let's do about 3 or 4 more depending on how quickly you are moving. This just feels like a nice stretch for me, which is great right now. Adjust your arms if you need to. I'm just going to do 1 more here. And then I'm going to come all the way down. Lift your head and your chest just a couple of inches. Look right down at the floor. Draw the abdominals in. Now it's time for the arms to move. They're going to keep their shape and lift away from the ground. And then lower back down. So again, keep your breath moving. Arms come up. And as you move through this, find length through the crown of the head and the legs in opposing directions. So that's your kind of 2-way stretch feeling. And I'm just going to do 2 more here, lifting and lowering the arms. And 1 more. And then all the way down. I'm going to bring my hands back underneath my head. Head comes down. Just relax through the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to wake up the backs of the legs a little bit. Stretch through one of your legs. Make it so long that it lifts away from the floor. And then lower down. And then the other leg. Lift and lower. Continue to alternate here. This is another great place to just find your 2-way stretch feeling. Reaching back through the toes, forward through the crown of the head. I just kind of wanted to lift my head here a little bit. It feels nice to keep it floating above my hands. So you can keep your head down or up. It's up to you. Let's do a couple more here. And 1 more on each side. And then I'm going to rest everything down. Just relax through your spine. Take a deep breath. And then I'm going to extend my arms out in front of me. Arms are a little bit wider than my shoulders here. If reaching forward is really uncomfortable for you, you can always reach straight back and do this next motion. I'm going to lift the head and the neck away from the mat, and I'm just going to stay right here. One arm, opposite leg. And switch. Breathe. One arm, opposite leg. 3 more. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Let's do a quick sit back here. Stretch back, reach the arms forward. Super deep breath. One more like that. And then I'm going to make my way to the hands and knees. So come central on your mat. You can bring your knees a little bit wider than your hips. I like feet together, knees wide, hands a little bit more narrow than knees. Right arm will stay down. Left arm can start to reach up and come right back down. And then the right. And right back down. Okay, so we just, when we were lying down on our belly, we kind of woke up the back line of the body. So pay attention to how that feels even right here. Try to keep the spine long and lengthened. Try not to sink your head and your chest towards the floor. You can also bend and just bring your elbow up. Some people bringing the whole arm is a little intense. This feels really nice too. Let's do one more each way here. Yeah, that bent elbow feels really nice, in my opinion. And then we'll come back down. Hands under shoulders. Knees come a little bit more narrow. Let's do knees and feet together. Round the spine. Head comes down. Arch the back. Stick your tushy out. Look up. One more each way. And arch. And then we'll come back neutral. Push the ground away. Let's bring the left leg out to the side. We're going to do both legs, of course. I'm starting with my left here so you can see what I'm doing. Just 10 lifts out to the side. 8 more here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep your breath moving. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come back to the center. Come all the way up for a moment. Push down a little bit through the knees and press your hip bones forward. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Reach up through the fingers. You can just relax your chin down toward your chest a little bit. Give the tush a squeeze. Press the hips forward. Bring the arms back and behind you. Hook your thumbs. Reach down through your fingertips. Take a really nice deep breath here. And then we're going to come back. Hands under shoulders again. Knees and feet together. Energize your neutral spine. So keep it nice and long, but lift away from the floor. Left leg is going to come out behind me. I'm going to keep my foot kind of flexed, so when the leg comes up, I'm not going to go as high as I can, just about as high as my tushy is, I'd say. And you should feel your tush muscles wake up a little bit when you pick up the foot. Let's point and just tap the foot down. Flex and come up high enough so you feel the back line of the leg wake up. Point, flex. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, belly button is in. 5, 4, 3, 2, And then bring that leg back in. Other side. Toes down. Lift your chest. Energize to neutral spine. Up. Reach back through the heel. When you come down, point and tap. Point and tap. We're keeping our hips pretty stable. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then come all the way back. Gently come on up on your knees. Press your hips forward into your palms a little bit. Feel the back line of the legs continuing to be active there. I kind of like heels together, just so you can give them a little bit of a squeeze. Arms come out wide, shoulders down. Let's twist and exhale. Inhale, center. Other way. Inhale, center. Other way. One more. And then come back down. We'll come back to the hands and knees one more time. We're going to add an arm extension to our leg lift. So I'm going to stretch my left leg out and I'm going to bring my right arm forward. You can either choose to keep your back toes down or to bring them up as high, again, about as the line as your tush is, and then come right back in. Take your time here. Leg up or down, it's up to you. And breathe. I'm always playing that little anti-gravity game where I pretend like there's a force that pulls me up towards the ceiling. One more each way. Even yourself out. And then come back. From here, walk your knees back a little bit and send your hands forward a little bit into a modified plank position. We're going to do a set of wide elbow push-ups here. Adjust yourself as you need to. Wide elbows. We're just going to do 6. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Walk your hands back. Come up for a moment. Press your hips into your palms just to activate the back of the legs. Bring your arms out wide. This time, instead of keeping your arms straight, bend them, as you can see, like kind of like this. Our cactus shape or goalpost, shoulders down. Another set of twists here. Follow your elbow with your nose the best you can. Exhale as you twist. One more each way. Another side. Come back to the center. Wide elbow push-ups. Let's go back. Modify however you need to. Push-ups can be done against the wall. If you prefer to not be down on the ground. So many options there, okay? Please do what's right for your body. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Come all the way up. Last little set here, please. Uncurl your toes if they happen to be curled forward. Feet together, knees slightly apart. Thighs stretch. Arms come forward. Plug in your shoulders. Press your pubic bone forward and squeeze your tushy. Don't sink in the hips. Lean straight back for 3, 2, 1. Reach forward through the fingers and come back. And again. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, those are always exciting, aren't they? Let's do one more set of wide elbow push-ups, okay? Let's see how this last set feels. Belly button is in. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Dang. Quick stretch here. Deep breath. One more inhale, exhale. Okay. All right, so for this next part, we're going to do some abdominal work and mobility work for the spine. I'm going to use my foam roller. If perhaps you don't have one and you still want to do this, grab a pillow or a towel, something you can fold in half or roll up. This is going to go right behind our backs, okay? So you'll kind of flip over. So we just did a bunch of great work for the sort of the whole back line of the body. Now we'll come around front. When I lean back, I'm going to go mid-upper back, mid-back probably. Adjust if you need to. So feet are flat, knees are bent. Elbows are going to come forward a little bit. See if you can let your shoulders just come into a pretty comfortable place. When you curl forward and you keep your eyes forward, you'll immediately feel some activation here. That's kind of what we're going for right off the bat. Not too much, just enough. All right. So when you curl forward, elbows look forward, eyes look forward. Support your head and go maybe about a third of the way back. Exhale, come back. And then maybe add a little bit more distance, going closer to the ground. So keep adding based on what your body is telling you. If you want to go a little further and that feels like an exciting thing to do, please do it. Maybe you're going all the way down to the ground. You decide. I like exhale on the way up, but you breathe however you want, as long as you are not holding your breath. Let's do 5 more. And 4 more. And 3. Two more. Last one. Curl forward and hold. Like I said, elbows forward, shoulders down. Curl forward. You should feel those abdominals right now. Stay centered. One leg is going to come up. I'm bringing up my left leg first. Make sure your leg isn't too far away. It's just going to make that hip flexor do a bunch of unnecessary work. Bring the knee in a little bit so it's kind of over your belly button. And we're going to rotate and bring the elbow towards the knee and then come back to where you started. Reach and return. Just 5 more. Reach and return. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. And then come back to center. Other way. Elbow towards the knee. I like to exhale when I reach. 5 more here. And 4. And 3. Last 2. 1 more. Come all the way back, bring the feet down, support the back of the head, widen your elbows, bring yourself forward. So the foam roller is right in between your shoulder blades, or right on the line of your shoulder blades, you can say. And we'll bring the head towards the floor, support the head. Just keep that neck nice and long. Give yourself 1 deep breath here. And then you support your head with your hands, curl back up, okay? From here, I'm going to scooch back a little bit, bring my hands right behind my thighs, and then come all the way up to sit. A quick stretch here before we come down completely onto our backs, just because I think it would feel really good right now. Legs are straight and as wide as your mat is. So for me, that means a little bit wider than my shoulders. Spine stretch forward. Let's bring the arms forward and sit up as tall as you can. Inhale as you sit tall. Relax your shoulders down. Draw the abdominals in. Stretch forward. Flex your feet. Reach forward. You can let the shoulders slide forward right here. And then as you draw your abdominals in to stack yourself to sit up tall, let the shoulders come back to start. Way down, away from your ears. Sit tall, inhale. Exhale. Draw the abdominals in. Emptying the lungs helps to turn on those transverse muscles. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, come up. Last one. Flex your feet. And then come all the way up. And we'll bring the arms down. Okay, I'm going to come down onto my back here. We're going to do some bridge and more abdominal work, bridging, hip lifting. I'm going to put this guy away. We don't need him right now. I am going to grab my 5s and my 8s. They are right here. And I'm just going to carefully put them next to me. As you move your weights, please use your abdominals. Move around weights as carefully as you can. Okay. And I'm going to come all the way down onto my back. Quick little shin hug, because why not? I'm going to rock right and left a couple times. Inhale, exhale. And then come back to the center. Okay, so I'm going to start first with no added weight. If you're feeling great today, you want to add weight to this first set. We're just going to do a set of really basic bridges here, lifting your hips. I'm going to keep my pelvis and my low back and my spine neutral, nice and long and straight. I'm going to push down through my arms and my feet and lift up. Inhale down, exhale up. So adjust your parts as you need to. You can bring your feet a little more narrow or a little wider, just based on how this feels right now. I always like exhale on the way up. We're just going to do 5 more here. 5 and 4. Keeping the arms straight. A little bit of pressure down into the floor with the arms, the side of the hand. I have like the pinky side of the karate chop side down. Let's do 2 more. And 1 last time. And all the way down, okay? I'm going to keep my feet where they are, just a little bit wider than my hips, and I'm going to load up with weight. I'm going to carefully roll to the side and grab my 5s one at a time. Again, I always like to be really careful when I'm picking up weights like this for the shoulder muscles. Bring your weights right to your hips. I'm going to hold them with my hands. Make sure my feet are relatively close. And neutral spine press up. We're going to do 10 here. 10 and 9. 8, try to keep the neck long and released here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. All the way down. I'm just going to take a breath here. Inhale, exhale. And you know what? That felt perfectly fine. I'm just going to put my 5s to the sides, and I'm going to grab the 8s, one at a time. And same thing, right onto the hip bones, right to the pelvis, neutral spine, 10 more here, long neck. I'm really careful to push through my heels. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Okay, so I'm going to take these weights, pull them close to my center, carefully roll to the side, and discard the weights. All right, we're going to go back to doing a little bit more bridging, this time one leg work. Throughout this, I'm going to let you know that you can continue to load up, add weights. I'm not going to, but you can if you'd like to, in ways that just feel like they make sense to you, okay? I'm going to keep my arms right down by my sides. We're going to bring both hips up, but I'm going to immediately transfer my weight into my right foot, and I'm going to stretch my left leg up to the ceiling and just hold here for a second. Push down through that right foot, push down through both arms, and we will switch it out. Put the left foot down, transfer the weight, push down through the left leg, right leg all the way up. Hold here for a second, push down through the left leg, reach up through your right heel. Let's keep alternating here. Make sure you fully transfer the weight before you lift the opposite leg. Yeah, and you know what? You could definitely just keep light weights here. It may be a little bit weird to take one off at a time while you transfer your weight, but you could figure that out. Adding weights in ways that feels just like it makes sense to you. I'm going to do 2 more here, 2 more sets. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. Return, get your weight in both feet, lower the hips down. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to do a little bit more one leg work. This time bring your feet a little bit less narrow than your hips. Arms are going to come down. I'm just going to press them down into the mat. Both hips come up just a little bit. Transfer back into the right foot. We're going to bring the left leg up to the ceiling. You can keep your legs straight or bent. It's up to you. I'm going to keep mine bent. Lower and lift your hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that left foot down. Lower the hips down. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And we'll do the other side. Hips come up a bit. Transfer your weight into your left leg. Right leg can come straight up. You can also keep it tabletop. 8 here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot comes down and the hips go all the way down. Let's leave them there. Take a nice deep breath. Okay, inhale, exhale. I'm going to bring my arms out a little bit wider than my hips and a little bit wider than my mat as well. And I'm going to bring both legs up. Let's make sure the knees are over the belly button or the ribs, not over your hips, okay? Knees and feet together. Knees and feet, legs are going to come a little to the left and a little to the right along the way. See if you can breathe. And let your legs come over as far as you feel like you can control it. If you want to add more of a full body twist, head goes in the opposite direction of the knees. 3 more sets. 3. And 3. And 2. 2. 1. And 1 more. And then back to the center, all the way down. Nice. Okay, I'm going to come onto my side for a minute and do a little bit of side body work here with one of the weights. I'm just going to be on my right side, but of course we'll get to both. I'm going to make sure my 5 is close by. Those of you that think this is kind of like a heavy number, just grab a 2 or a 3 so you can sub it out if you need to. Head on the arm, or you can rest your head on a pillow as well. We're going to start with a little rotator work. Knees are bent. I'm going to grab my 5 here. Spine check in. Lengthen it out. Lay as straight as you can. Imagine your spine and the mat are in alignment. And we're going to do 8 here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and all the way down, okay? I'm going to take this weight, hold on to it like this, and put it right behind my top knee. So again, if this is like awkward, this is kind of a heavy weight, just switch it out for a lower weight or leave it out altogether. I'm going to take my top hand and put it right on my hip, just so I can keep an eye on this hip, keep it nice and still. Top knee lowers down and lifts back up. So here's our challenge. Can you keep your top hip nice and still? So really, it's just the leg moving, not the pelvis. Let's do 6 more. 6, just gently push down with your bottom leg a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Ooh, gosh, goodness. Let's take that weight out. Oh, girl, I'm going to feel those. Okay, let's do another set of each, just exactly as we did. Make a change if you need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, set 2 here. Exactly the same. Right behind the top knee. Knee is in alignment with the bottom knee. This hand is going to make sure that this hip stays nice and still. Knee down, knee up, knee down. 8 more. Super fun. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. All the way down. Okay, I'm going to take this weight out. Just leave it there for a second. The third set with the arm, I'm going to do exactly the same. If perchance you need to go up or down in weight, please make a change. I'm going to stay like this. When we get to the leg, we're going to change that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, all the way down. Okay, here we go. A little bit different here. Same setup, weight behind the leg, top hand right here. You can bring your hand in front of you if you need to. I'm going to keep my knee as high as my hip and bring the leg forward and back. So again, nothing else is moving besides this leg. Everything else is stable and boring. 5 more. 5. And 4. You can also do arm to the ceiling, perhaps, or something else if you'd like. 3. Try to keep that knee hip height. 2. 1 more. Come back here, hold here, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Come all the way down. I definitely felt that. Let's take an inhale, exhale. Okay, I'm going to come right onto my side here. Elbow underneath the shoulder. I'm going to scooch my knees back and bring my top arm up. So I care most about activating this exercise from the bottom elbow. Push down through your arm, press down through your palm, plug your shoulders in, hips up. And 2. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. We're going to lift and hold. 8. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll come all the way down. Okay, take your weights with you, and we're going to come onto the other side. Knees bent. Quick spine check in here. Get your spine aligned with your mat, nice and straight, knees are bent. I'm going to bring this weight closer, and there's no rule that says you have to do the same weight with one side as you do with the other. If this side doesn't like the number that you've chosen, just make a change. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Weight goes back here. Okay, so just another note that I didn't say, the bottom of you here should be lifting away from the mat. I've got space. It doesn't matter if you have space or not, it just depends on your body there, but what it feels like is like I am alert in my abdominals, okay? Hand on this hip, lower and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. Gently press down with your bottom leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down carefully. Grab the weight. Straighten yourself out again. Belly is in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Bring it back behind the leg. Find your centered, engaged feeling. Top hip stays, same thing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Woo! Grab that weight. Same thing for the arms. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Woo. Okay, back here. Belly is in. This leg is going to stay hip height, forward and back. 2, 3, 4. Keep an awareness of what happens with your low back when you bring your knee forward. Try not to flex the low spine, so we're rounding through the low back as you bring the knee forward. Last 4 here. And 3, 2, 1 more. Let's bring the leg forward, little pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, come all the way back onto this forearm, knees bent. Get the front side of you fairly straight. Okay, so yeah, again, I really care that this elbow is under the shoulder. This is what activates this move. Push down through your bottom arm and push down forward a little bit through the hips as you lift them up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Let's have a stretch here, you guys. Knees forward, bottom arm is forward. And breathe. One more breath here. And then we'll make our way over with our knees to the other side. One more deep breath right here. Okay, I'm going to roll back onto my back here, actually. But actually, having said that, no, I'm not. I'm going to rock up to sit. I personally need to be closer to my weights here. I want to do a little bit more arm work on the back. So I'm close to my 5s and my 8s. That's exactly what I'm going to use. I'm probably going to just use the 5s for today. Normally I would go higher immediately, but you know, when you're sick and then you feel good, oh gosh, I should probably be a little bit conservative. Feet a little bit close, elbows a little bit close right by your sides. I'm going to start with my elbows and my knuckles in alignment with one another. Just a quick glance at the wrist here. A lot of people kind of just die in the wrist joint. Make that wrist nice and alert to reach the knuckles up. Draw the abdominals in, and we're just going to press straight up and then come back down and then widen the arms and then straight up from there and back out. Come in close to the ribs, up and down, and then wide, up and down, in, up and down, wide. This is a nice opportunity to pay attention to what's happening with your abdominals and your shoulders. Up and up. And up. I'm going to do 3 more sets. 3. and 3, 2, and 2, 1, and 1. I'm going to come back in nice and close. Arms are straight up. Let's soften the elbows. I'm going to keep my palms facing one another, but bring my elbows out east and west a little bit. And then we'll open wide and come back in towards the center. Inhale. Eight more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold here. I'm going to keep my weights together and right over the shoulders. Bend at the elbow. Weights come gently behind the head to the floor maybe, and then re-extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come all the way down by your sides and then right down with the weights. I'm going to keep my weights standing up and bring my hands right on top. Extend the arms, pick up the elbows, lengthen the neck, draw those abdominals in tightly. Both legs will come away from the ground. So again, knees over the belly button, over the ribs, not just over the hips. One leg will stay as the other leg reaches away and down and return. And return. Three more. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1 more each way. And then feet are going to come back down. Okay, I'm going to grab these weights again. If you want to go a little bit higher than 5s for this next set, feel free. I'm going to stick with my 5s here. Elbows right by, and again, this is our little combo. Straight up and down, out, straight up and back out. In, reach. And up. 2 more sets here. 2, 2, 1, and 1. All the way in, straight up, a little bit of a bend to those elbows, and out, and return. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Arms straight, tricep. Back behind. Lots of belly work here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. all the way down by my sides, all the way down with the weights again. Hands are gonna rest right back where they were. I'm just gonna wrap the fingertips around the edge of the weight and then bring both legs up with a slight bend to the knee, knees together, feet together, belly button is in. Reach forward through your fingertips, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, and then lower down. And lower down, 5 more. And 4. And 3. 2 more. Last one. Now you can either keep your head up or down for this. I'm going to choose to keep my head down. Push down through the weight, your hands into the weights. Lower and lift the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 'Last one. All the way down. Okay, we've got one more set here with the arms. Knees bent, feet flat, straight up, and then wide. And back in. And wide. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come up. Palms face one another, elbows come a little bit wide, tap the weights above your chest, out and in. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Triceps, last one here. Bend. And 2, 3, 4. You really can make this an abdominal exercise here just by really keeping those abdominals in as you bring your weights back. Last 4 here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Okay, I'm going to put these weights to the sides carefully. And I'm going to roll to the side. Come on up to sit. And I'm going to grab this foam roller for a moment here. And just do a quick thigh roll out before I come up to stand. So scoot yourself back, pull the foam roller right under, let's say right in front of the knees. So then when you lean forward, it's right about the center of your thighs. Push down through your forearms and gently roll towards the knee, but not on it. And then all the way up towards the pelvis. And breathe. Let's do 5 more here. Last one. And then I'm going to walk my hands back. Push the foam roller forward, sit back towards my heels, and then let my arms roll on the foam roller. Head will hang lower than the shoulders. One more deep breath here. And then come back. Okay, we're just gonna push the foam roller off to the side. And I'm gonna come up to stand through a down dog, okay? So I'm gonna get myself all set up here. Try to let the shoulders slide away from the ears and the head hang heavy. One more deep breath here. And then knees soften, hands walk back towards the feet. Hang here, hands to elbows. One more deep breath. Arms can release. Knees get softened. Push down through the feet to roll up. All the way up. When you come up to stand, ooh, a little dizzy. Let's come all the way up with the hands, fingertips up, chin down. And then back to the center. As the arms come down, stand tall. All right. I'm tired. Have a great day.